So you're clicking on this video for one of 3 reasons. Yes, I have got Ping's Chipr, C-H-I-P-R. I don't know why they missed the P and an E, but they did. But I have in my hands Ping's newest game improvement iron. So if you fall into one of these 3 categories, this video is for you. Category number 1, you're a confident chipper, you're a confident golfer, but you're just interested in seeing what this club is all about, because let's face it, in the past, these have been brought out by GIMMICK brands, not a main manufacturer like Ping. So if you are falling into that category, stay tuned in this video because it is going to be an interesting watch. If you fall into category 2, and be honest with yourself now, be honest, you are someone who might be slightly struggling with your chipping and you are looking for a quick fix, then this thing could be exactly what you're looking for. And then category number 3, you are someone who can't chip to save your life. You are a chipper yipper. Well, this video is certainly for you because I've spent the last 25-30 minutes around the chipping green giving this thing a go, and I must say, not spoiler alert, it's the easiest club I've ever hit. I genuinely think if I gave this to my nan and ask her to chip a few to a back flag, she would not struggle. So what we're gonna do in this video is I'm gonna go through the pros and the cons of this golf club, whether you should be putting it in your bag or not. I'm gonna go through the specs, the tech, what is a chipper if you don't know already. There's a few of these videos already on YouTube. We're not known for reviews, we're pumping them out a little bit more now. So if you are watching this review and you're not subscribed to our channel, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It's completely free. Let's get into it. The Ping Chipr, gimmick or any good? Let's find out. So I can hear you ask, well, what is a chipper? What differentiates it to a normal golf club in your bag that you can just chip with? That's probably one of the cons I'm going to come to in this video. But if I explain to you what this club is, it is a 42-degree iron. So pretty much in layman's terms, for me and you at home, that is a 9-iron. Big difference about this club though, in comparison to a traditional 9-iron, is the shaft angle. So you can see from the graphics coming up on the screen there, in the first image, I'm holding my T100 9-iron. Please take note of the shaft angle. The second picture coming up now is me holding the chipper. So it's a more upright shaft angle. And the third image that I put on there for you is me holding my putter. So the chipper shaft angle is gonna fall in between your 9-iron and your putter. Why it does that, I'll demonstrate for you now. So in a traditional 9-iron, the shaft is gonna be laid down, as if you're gonna play a full shot with it, okay? In a chipper, the idea is to stand more upright and closer to the golf ball like a putter. So from here, all you need to do is really replicate your putter swing. So straight back, straight through, chip it down the line. Now, let me start off this video by saying this is the easiest chipper, club, whatever you want to call it, I've ever tried to hit. So like I said earlier, I've spent 25-30 minutes getting used to this thing in and around the greens. It does have its flaws, which I'll get into, like I said. But first, let me just demonstrate where this golf club comes into its own. So ideal position number 1 for this golf club, and this is where it is elite, okay? You find yourself coming up just short of the green. You're on the short stuff, you're on the fairway or you're on the semi-cut. You've got a lot of green to work with to a back flag. You cannot go wrong with this golf club, okay? So we've got a camera behind the flag, no effort whatsoever. I'm just gonna chip some golf balls back towards that flag. And I feel like I can stand here with this club in my hand, or my nan, like I mentioned earlier, and hit the same shot over and over again, chasing out to that back flag. I don't have to think about it, I don't have to worry about strike. If I hit it a little bit low off the face, it still goes exactly the same distance. If I button it out the middle, it feels great, which I'll come on to again in a minute. But I can do this all day for fun. And I don't think you have to be a particular handicap or skill to be able to do this either. If you just adopt your putting method of just standing, getting the club flat on the floor, I find it personally with this, if I choke down, I've got a little bit more control. I feel like I'm bent over more like I'm holding my putter, and I can just rock my shoulders back and forth and chip that golf ball towards target every single time. So with how easy that is, let's go into what this club is packing. What is the tech? What's the little bit of quirks that I think are actually pretty cool on this club? Starting off with the looks. So I mentioned earlier in the video, these clubs, as a general rule of thumb, have been brought out by, I don't want to be disrespectful, but gimmick golf brands. It's not something that your avid golfer tends to pop down to the shops and buy. This is currently priced at £149, and if you want to buy it, there's your one-stop shop, Clubhouse Golf. Their link to their website is in our description. Head over there, 149. This bad boy could be yours. So touching on looks of this thing, like I said, usually as a general rule of thumb, these have been brought out by manufacturers and they are ugly. Ping have changed that. As you can see, this is actually a pretty good looking club, and it's got all of the Ping DNA that you would expect to see in an iron from Ping. It's got the little hinge in the neck, which is quite nice. It's got that matte finish rather than it being a stainless steel finish. It's got a nice bit of carbon fibre in the back and a bit of a through slot, which I suppose is helping with off-centered strikes, just giving you a little bit of forgiveness. If we look at the front of the golf club, you are getting Ping's micro grooves in this as well. So there is 16 grooves from top to bottom. I've measured out in my traditional 9-iron, in my T100, it's 13. So don't quote me on this, but I think it helps with the spin. Now, another good thing about this club as well, and this is what I really like, when I was hitting them chips then, I mentioned that I was choking down the golf club, and Ping have done something pretty cool. So as you can see, there are 3 different thumb positions for you to hold this grip. You've got a very standard grip at the top, so this would be gripping just above center of the shaft. You've then got a lower down and then a further lower down, right choke down, and this is the grip length that I think this club works best. You've got the most control over the head, it feels like you're holding a putter, and this is what I have been adopting when I've been hitting chips with this wedge. So you might be thinking, well, what's the cons of this club? It's the easiest club in the world to chip, so if you're someone who struggles with your chipping, yes, this is going to save you strokes. If you're someone who blades it through the back or fats it with your wedge in your hand, and you're looking for something that you can consistently, over and over again, chip to target, this is a great club. But it is only a great club in ideal position. If you are not in an ideal position, this is where this club comes unstuck, I think. Let me show you what I mean. So this is where this club struggles, okay? We've missed the fairway or we've missed the fringe, and we find ourselves with a bad lie. We're in the rough, we've got a little bit to carry until we get onto the green. It's a front flag maybe, or we'll go to the back flag. Because this club is only 42 degrees of loft, if you find yourself buried down in the rough, what do you need to get out of that situation? You need speed and loft. You can't put too much speed because 1, it comes off very, very hot off the face. If you are not someone who is used to playing 7-iron, 8-iron bump and runs, and you purchase one of these, you're gonna have to relearn how hard to chip the golf ball. It comes off quick. So you find yourself buried down in the rough. Ideally, you need something with loft so you can maintain speed and pop it out of that lie. This is where this club struggles. Let me show you. So ball's buried down. I haven't got the best of lies here. And you can see I can't really commit to putting too much speed on the golf ball in fear of it shooting right through the back of the green. So if you find yourself in the rough, unfortunately this thing isn't going to be of much help, which leads me on to my next con of this golf club, which is if you decide to buy this golf club and you're someone who already has 14 golf clubs in their bag, you're going to have to lose one in order to keep this. Now, why I don't like that personally, I'm a scratch golfer, so this doesn't really apply to me as much, and this club certainly isn't marketed towards me. It is marketed towards people who are struggling to chip. But with that being said, I feel that every single club in your golf bag you can play multiple shots with. A 9-iron, 8-iron, 7-iron, 6-iron, your wedges. With this chipper, you are very stuck to a one-dimensional shot. Now, is it very good at that one-dimensional shot? Absolutely. This thing is super easy to hit. I cannot reiterate that enough in this video, but if I show you in a second, for someone who's potentially struggling with their chipping, if I pull my set 9-iron out and I pull my putter out, this probably is going to perform a little bit better, but how much better? And does it warrant taking a golf club out of your bag? So let's head back over to the chipping green, get my 9-iron putter and this, hit a few balls and just see the results. So here we are then, chipper in hand, 9-iron in hand, and putter in hand, chipping to a back flag. We'll start off with the chipper, and like I said, do not get me wrong, I believe that this is going to perform better than them 2 golf clubs laying on the floor there. Set myself up, putter stroke, aim at target, back and forward, chase one down there, and you're not going to get in any trouble whatsoever. Let's hit 2 more with this. And you're going to feel like you can stand here and just do this all day long, over and over and over again, which is great for someone who has absolutely no confidence in their chipping. Yes, this is a quick fix. This is your remedy. If you're someone who cannot chip, to save your life, you get fear in and around the green that you're going to duff it, chip it, you are going to be able to stand up in the correct situations and chip this over and over again to whatever flag you want to. My concern is that if I take my 9-iron, now everyone's different, and I set up, obviously I'm not standing as upright, but I choke down on the club, and I just hit a couple of chips with my 9-iron, Is it much different? It pops out quite a little bit more. The Chipr is also a much heavier head, so it feels more like a putter when you're doing that stroke. Your traditional 9-iron is going to feel a lot less head heavy than this Chipr, and the head heaviness is really nice. It helps you put that easy little stroke on there. But as you've just seen from this chip and a couple more, you can maybe just spend a little bit of time at your local practice area, getting your 9-iron and just chipping some towards a flag. Because it's not really a technique that you have to master. It's not something that's extremely hard to do, but it is gonna save you potentially £149 because you've already got that golf club in your bag. And yes, it is not as easy as the Chipr. I might be being a little bit naive here, playing golf for as long as I have and feeling as confident as I do with my clubs in my hand, that I can just stand up and chip that ball to that flag. I know a lot of people do not have that confidence, and yes, this club is going to work very, very well for you. So I'm not saying for 1 second, do not buy it. I'm just saying maybe try an alternative of chipping your set 9-iron before you go out and buy this club. But you do have a third option for when you are in this situation, and that is your putter. Now this is something that my old man, 26 handicap Paul, his Texas wedge is his lifesaver. So he is in this position, he is pulling no other club out of his golf bag apart from his putter. And he can stand with his putter and all day roll some golf balls up towards that flag over and over again. Now that is a skill in itself. Trying to get distance control with your putter and you've got a little bit of fringe to work with, you are bringing in more variables than if you chip over that fringe area or trouble area. So I wouldn't recommend this golf shot unless you've got a perfect carpet all the way to your target, but it is a shot that you can play. And the results don't lie. You can just stand here. I haven't got much trouble in front of me. I've got a good line into the flag and I can just stand here with my putter and just roll it back and forth to the target and get a very similar result to what I'm getting with my 9-iron or my Chipr. So, closing thoughts on this golf club. Very, 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 very easy to hit. Like I said at the start, you could get your nan or granddad who's never played golf before to come over to a chipping green and chip this to a flag over and over again. So it does what it says on the tin. I don't know why I've sat with the sun right in my eyes, but I have and I'm not moving now. So yes, it is a very extremely easy club to hit. Yes, it's been built very well from ping, it's aesthetically pleasing, it's not ugly, and it does what it needs to do. The cons of it is you've got golf clubs in your bag already that can do the same task as what this thing is doing for you with a bit of practice. But if you're someone who's low on confidence, you're someone who's struggling with your chipping and you are at wit's end and you just need a fix in your golf bag, then consider this club. As always, if you've enjoyed this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell and you'll be notified every time you upload a new golf video. Clubhouse Golf 149 could be going in your bag this summer.